Northern Australia is often referred to as the top end. In cities like Darwin and Katherine and in Kakadu National Park, there are a large number of bird species. Magpie geese are often seen in their thousands in freshwater swamps and on the floodplains of the top end. Australian white ibis are also found in shallow wetlands of the top end. Straw-necked ibis feed on invertebrates on grasslands and near the edges of swamps. Glossy ibis also feed in freshwater swamps. They probe for invertebrates in the mud. They are smaller than the other two species of ibis. White-faced heron are found in most wetlands in Australia. They roost in trees and eat a wide variety of invertebrates and vertebrates, including fish. White-necked heron are also found in freshwater wetlands and flooded grasslands across Australia. You're sure to see one if you're near fresh water in the top end. Pied heron are found on floodplains in northern Australia. They forage in low vegetation and shallow water. Juvenile birds have white heads. The Nankeen night heron roosts in trees near water by day and feed at night. This is a juvenile bird. The adult has a cinnamon colour with a dark crown. The great egret is found in wetlands all around Australia. Its neck is about 1.5 times as long as its body and usually has a distinctive kink. The intermediate egret is also found in northern Australia. Its neck is approximately the same length as its body. They forage in freshwater wetlands for fish, frogs, reptiles and grasshoppers. The little egret is also found in northern Australia. They are a similar size and slightly smaller than the intermediate egret, but have a dark bill. The eastern reef egret is found on rocky shorelines in northern Australia. It forages on the edge of the water for fish and crabs. There is also a pure white morph of this species. The darter is often seen in the top end, often perched in trees with their wings spread to dry their feathers. The Pacific black duck is a common duck found in top-end wetlands. They usually feed by dabbling and filtering from the surface of the water. Plumed whistling ducks are seen on the edges of wetlands in their thousands by day. They feed at night. Wandering whistling ducks are also seen in large flocks around the edges of wetlands during the day. They dive for vegetation and seeds, whereas the plumed whistling duck very rarely dives. Rajah shell ducks are found in brackish water and on mudflats in the top end. They dabble in shallow water for aquatic vegetation and animals. They sometimes graze on wet grasslands. Green pygmy goose inhabit deep, permanent wetlands such as Fog Dam in the top end. They feed on aquatic vegetation. The masked lapwing found in the top end has no black around its neck and down on its chest. If there are lily pads on freshwater wetlands, you're bound to see the comb-crested jacana. With their long toes, they can walk on water. The black-necked stork is a large water bird often seen on freshwater wetlands in the top end. They hunt for frogs, fish, turtle, eels and crabs. Here she is catching an eel. Sometimes around Darwin you will also see waders, such as the common sandpiper. They constantly bob the back half of their body. If you are lucky, you might see a sulphur-crested cockatoo in the top end. They are not as common in the top end as they are in southern Australia. Red-tailed black cockatoo are found in a wide variety of habitats. They eat seeds from eucalypts, usually along watercourses. The male has the dark bill. Little corella are often seen in noisy flocks across the top end. They usually feed on the ground. It seems they love a shower when it's hot. Varied lorikeets feed on flowers of eucalypt and paper barks in the top end. Red-collared lorikeets are only found in the top end. They have an orange collar, unlike the green colour of the rainbow lorikeet. Red-winged parrots are seen around the edges of rainforest and in mangroves in the top end. They need surface water and they feed on seeds, fruit, flowers and insects. Peaceful dove are a common bird seen in the top end. They feed on the ground and need access to water daily. Bar-shouldered dove are seen in coastal areas of the top end. They also feed on seeds and fallen fruit. Brolga are often seen in open country, usually around wetlands. Rainbow bees are always found in the top end. They love sitting on exposed perches near water where there are plenty of insects. If you are lucky, you might see a forest kingfisher. The male has a complete white collar, whereas the female doesn't. The azure kingfisher is usually spotted perched above water. From here, it dives for fish and other prey. It builds a nest in a steep bank near water. The blue-winged kookaburra is a large kingfisher found in the top end. It has a white iris and a crazy call. Brahminy kite are found along rivers and around wetlands, and especially along the coastline of the top end. They take prey from the shoreline, from water, and from tree canopies. Whistling kite are usually seen in open woodlands near water. They hunt for water birds, fish, crabs, and even rabbits. White-bellied sea eagle also hunt for prey along the coast and over wetlands such as Kakadu National Park. They prey on fish, water birds, turtles, and rabbits. Rufous owl are usually found in rainforests in the top end. They prey on tree mammals and small birds. Barking owl are found in drier forests and woodlands and also along watercourses. They take sugar gliders, roosting birds, fish, and even bats. The spangled drongo is found in a wide variety of habitats, in the top end. They specialise in flying out and catching insects. White-bellied cuckoo shrike are found in open forests and woodlands in the top end. They hunt for insects and in particular caterpillars. The silver-backed butcherbird found in the top end is closely related to the black-backed butcherbird of Cape York. It used to be grouped with the grey butcherbird. The little friarbird is a large honeyeater found in a variety of habitats in the top end. Here you see it with the silver-crowned friarbird. It is only found in the top end and in parts of Cape York. Notice the sharp angle and the bare skin at the back of the head. In the helmeted friarbird, this is round. The blue-faced honeyeater is a common honeyeater of the top end. The young have a yellow patch around the eye, whereas in adults it is blue. The brown honeyeater is a noisy little honeyeater of the top end. A not so common honeyeater of the top end is the red-headed honeyeater. All the head is red in the male bird. Another common honeyeater of the top end is the white-throated honeyeater. Notice there is no black on its chin under its bill. The black-chinned honeyeater is also found in northern Australia. A not so common honeyeater of the top end is the yellow-tinted honeyeater. They are found in eucalypt and acacia woodlands and along rivers and sometimes in mangroves. White-gaped honeyeaters are found in dense waterside forests, rainforests, and sometimes in mangroves in northern Australia. They eat nectar, insects, and fruit. Rufous-throated honeyeaters are often found near riverside woodlands. Here they are enjoying a drink from a tap in Katherine. Rufous-banded honeyeaters are found in lowland woodlands, waterside vegetation and mangroves in the top end. They take nectar and hunt for insects amongst leaves. White-winged trillers are found in eucalypt woodlands and open forests of the top end. They hunt for insects. In the breeding season, the male's back is largely black and its breast is white. Varied trillers are found in rainforests in the top end and down the east coast of Australia. They can also be found in trees along rivers, where they hunt for fruit, seeds, nectar and insects. Black-faced wood swallows are usually found in small groups in more open, dry habitats of the top end. They are often seen perched on electricity wires and fences. The male Australasian figbird of the top end has entirely yellow underparts. They eat mainly fruit, especially figs. Olive-backed orioles are found in open forests and woodlands in the top end. The yellow or green oriole is also found in the top end. They eat fruit from the canopy of rainforests, mangroves and trees along rivers. The Teresian imperial pigeon is found near coastal areas of the top end. They eat the fruit from rainforest trees and from palms. Orange-footed scrubfowl live in forests and scrubland of the top end. They build large mounds in which to lay their eggs, and they eat seeds, fruit and insects found in the leaf litter on the ground. Rainbow pitter are found in the top end, especially in rainforests where there are plenty of earthworms. Great bowerbirds are found in open woodlands of the top end. Their bowers are decorated with white snail shells, bones, and some green fruit and leaves. Grey-crowned babbler are the only babbler species found in the top end. They inhabit arid and semi-arid scrubland. They chatter away in small groups, digging for food. Yellow-bellied flycatchers are seen in monsoon forests and mangroves where they hunt for insects. Shining flycatchers are seen in habitats near water. The male is pure black. The female has rufous wings and a dark head. The leaden flycatcher is found in the top end and down the east coast of Australia. Notice that the black chest meets the wings at right angles, unlike the satin flycatcher. Brush cuckoo has no yellow eye ring, like the fantail cuckoo. The long-tailed finch is found in the top end and the Kimberley. The top end is also a good place to find the crimson finch. There are many other species to be found in the top end. It is certainly well worth a visit.